2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries has been rewarded. He says everybody struggles. People pretend like they don't. My down days were on TV, so I couldn't hide. The whirlwind I was in, I always stayed calm. I think that's just part of who I am. It's my character. Kevin?
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Sunday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Tuesday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And for Detroit, Griffin is out there with Christian Wood. Then there's Tony Snell. Then there's Hayes. And it's Bey in at the small forward position. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human, and Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
You got to do it.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Here's Wood. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Sexton's shot is good.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
We're about 1 minute into the first. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Pistons shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, what more can you say about Tony Snell? I mean, he's rangy. I mean, he can shoot. And you never really can question his effort level.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Bey. Hits it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. In over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range. So he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive game, GA. He's put the work in behind the scenes. I mean, developing a skill set that's so much in demand.
The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The slam dunk by Garland.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Their hot start keeps getting hotter. 5 for 5 now to keep things going.
Here's Bey. Detroit, no good that time either. The Cavaliers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
Here's Hayes. It's a 7-point spread. Out to the right wing. Griffin kicks to Hayes. Buries it from three-point range.
Now, this is what you get from Griffin. Very willing to give it up to his open teammates.
The Cavaliers have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Sexton the pass to Osman. And another three for Cleveland.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Bay. And another three for Detroit.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Offensive rebound. And it's Drummond missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Snell, that's good.
Well, this is Snell's game. Set him up, he'll knock him down for you.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Love right side. Pass to Osman. Back to Love. Shoots over Griffin, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Love's got 5 points so far.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, that's something that they scouted him coming into tonight. They know he can make this shot. That's a poor effort defensively. Oh, they get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Osman, another three for Cleveland.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pistons trailed by 6. And there's the pass to Bay. Snell from outside. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Garland kicks to Drummond. Dishes it to Garland. Love at the elbow. Lets it fly from 18. And that one hits back iron.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Wood against Sexton. Griffin looking it over. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
The Pistons shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Blake Griffin hits them both.
And when Griffin is healthy, he's an effective player, a double-double threat who's tough to match up against.
Outside, Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Kevin Porter Jr., all the issues you'd expect from a rookie, Greg. Unforced errors, a few too many fouls and turnovers. But as you and I were talking, and as the coaches told us, the upside is huge.
I tell you, Kev, his first step with the ball in his hands is incredible. Can burst by defenders like they're waiting at a bus stop. Once he matures, he's going to be a handful to deal with.
And the first one at the line is good. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, you take it.
Now here's Rose. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. Detroit, no good that time either. The Cavaliers leading by 8. On the wing, Porter. The tray. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
And you don't think Thompson is outstanding at using his body? Look at this, a muscular presence who picks up fouls well.
First one falls for him.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has in the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
Here is Porter after the basket by Detroit. Pass to Windler. Outside Porter. Tries again. He lays it in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Here's Mikhailuk. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Doumbouya can't get it to go. Nance finds Porter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Nance with it. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. Nance has got his second basket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Musa can't hit. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Okoro. And the 3 off target. Pistons trailed by 12. Here's Doumbouya. Back to Rose. Passes it to Mikhailuk. The 3-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Okoro dishes to Porter. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Rose looking around. Out to the right wing. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Okoro passes to Porter. He kicks it to Okoro. Over Rose. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Pass to Windler. Clock at 6. Here's Nance. Rebounded by the Pistons. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And then it starts to become a mental block. You start to think, oh, man, I can't miss the next one.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Cavaliers ahead as they wrap up the first quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
McRae is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Maker. Then there's Doumbouya. And it's Musa in at the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. But with all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in a decade, the Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance. There's no reason for these big men to shy away from contact on the inside because when they get to the foul line, you can see the success they've been having in the past month. Tristan Thompson third, fourth, Larry Nance. Rose gets a wide open look. Pistons keep it alive.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Nance buries it down low. Nance has got 6.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And a playmaker in every sense of the word. Rose is so good at breaking down defenses and creating for others.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Sekou Doumbouya showing flashes of his potential.
He's a rangy, high-flying small forward. He's still figuring it out, but the physical tools are off the charts.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Let's see some of the numbers here for Colin Sexton. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
The offensive rebound, and Drummond kicks to Osman. There's the 3. Good on the triple. He's got 11.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Hayes. To the right side. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Garland the pass to Love. Count that one. Love's got 7.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Over in the corner, Wood. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open 3 like that.
That one drops for him.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shot to stop the run, and he jams it with authority.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Garland kicks to Sexton. Launches a 3. They get it again. And it's Drummond with the jam.
If I had to pick one man in today's NBA to patrol the offensive glass for me, Drummond might be that guy.
Puts up a 3. Bay gets the bucket. Bay's got 5 points in the quarter.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Outside, Sexton. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Bay, another 3 for Detroit.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Garland dishes to Sexton. Kicks it to Garland from outside the arc. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 4 assists in the game. Detroit's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. And the shot no good from McRae. And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Good work there as it goes.
When we talk about scoring on all 3 levels, trying to keep the defense guessing, Kevin Love is a guy that can do it for you.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
Tony Snell's checked in for Detroit.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. Coming off a terrific season, 1st in rebounding, 3rd in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Hayes the pass to Snell. The pass to Wood. And it's Osman with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 23. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got his 7th assist in the game. Detroit's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. Knocked loose. He's all alone. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And it's clear that Sexton loves getting out in transition. He has a strong sense for how to capitalize.
Here's Hayes. Outside Griffin. Jacks up a 3. Hayes, no good. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Sexton's shot is good. 13 points for Colin Sexton.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Griffin. Hits the 3-point line.
Like to see that kind of range from Griffin. He's got a nice stroke for such a physical player.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. 5th, Colin Sexton.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defenses. I mean, if you pick one way to deal with them, they'll beat you another way.
As a 2-guard, that's what puts up the points these guys do. I mean, you have to have a versatile game to be able to keep the defenders off balance.
And the Pistons with possession here. 1:33 left in the first half. And that one goes long.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
And, well, Detroit shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And so, Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And as long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
To the inside, Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
Now, this is what you like seeing. Maker not just laying it up, but powering it down.
Inside, it's blocked. 50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Stolen by Thompson. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And finished off by Porter.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Pass to Snell. Fires the three. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Snell's got 6 in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Okoro kicks to Sexton. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Okoro shot is off. Here's Snell. And Detroit again with the bucket.
How about the quick draw jumper from Snell? I mean, defense doesn't get a chance to contest it.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Cavaliers ahead, running away with this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, big first half, a lot of energy. What are you guys doing differently tonight?
With active hands on the defensive end, it really got us all hyped up. And, it translates to the offensive end as well, too. So, we're looking real good right now. We just got to put it together in the second half, too.
Transition really working well for you in the first half, Andre. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Colin Sexton having an outstanding game. He ended up with 15 points and 7 assists. Kenny, what's your take on Cleveland so far?
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic, that's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Hasn't been pretty anywhere for them, but I point to their weak inside defense more than anything else. They didn't protect the rim at all, and it's cost them, Ernie.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it.